Hi, this is Abe with some Straight Talk. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the R&B music of the 2000s. For some reason, R&B music is dying, some people say, but I don't think it's dying because there's so much controversy in R&B music. I watched episodes of Sister Circle this week, and it had legendary singer Tweet on there, and also Maya, and they were talking about how they had been struggling in the industry. And Tweet says in the early '90s she had did everything that the record labels wanted her to do, but they still left her by the wayside. She was struggling trying to be an independent artist. And Maya said typically the same thing. She said that for some reason when she was with a record label, her albums didn't sell that well, and so she had to go independent. And she said even though it's harder being an independent artist, she said at least she can get the money on the back end. But the problem is that there's a lot of talented R&B singers out here that want to produce albums and records, but the record label is not letting him do it. The record label wants to hear black folks music or R&B music, but they don't want to hear from black folks. They want to hear from folks like Bruno Mars or Cardi B, these Afro Latino people. That's fine and dandy too, but we need to come back to our old R&B music, to the roots. And like Tweet said, she also like Tweet said, she also calls this music microwave music because she says it doesn't have any feeling like the old R&B type of music. And for people who are my age, that's the kind of music that we listen to or we grew up listening to, and that's why a lot of these new artists we don't know too much about. And the millennials are calling us old and say, well, if you don't know SZA or you don't know Khalifa, you don't know. We don't listen to those type of people. We listen to people like Tweet and Destiny's Child when they were out, and like the group that Kelly started, June's Diary. They could come to be a good R&B group if they were given a chance. And that's what Tweet and Maya was saying. It was like that they have talented black people out here that wants to do R&B music, but these white record labels, they want to hear R&B music, but they want to hear R&B like dance music. They don't want to hear the R&B soulful music that related to black people, and that's what is missing today in music. I mean, even most of the songs that on Demi Lovato's album, they have rappers on it or people to help them push their music. Also, this Camila Cabello girl, she was the main one complaining in Fifth Harmony that she didn't want to be doing a lot of urban music and adult music, and the same stuff that she said she didn't want to do, that's exactly what she's doing. And her album didn't even sell. It's only one song that made a big hit, and June's Diary is a good girl group, and it's like they're struggling just like the rest of these black artists out here. I think the only black artists that are really making any money or making any streams is Drake and Beyonce and Jay-Z. I mean, there's a lot of more talented people out here that could be working, but it's like if you're not a big name A-lister, you're not gonna get any push from these record labels, and they just want to push the same old people. And there is some kind of discriminatory racism that is going on, because it's like if you're not a light-skinned black entertainer, you're gonna have problems. But if you're a light-skinned one and you can transition over like a Beyonce or some of these other ones, then they're fine with you. But if you're a dark-skinned person that's trying to do R&B, you're having a hard time and you're struggling, and so that's a problem. And they're always saying that black people don't buy black music and stuff. That's not right, because Black Panther sold over $1 billion, and like they said, 40% of their sales were from black people. Same thing with the other black movie Girls Trip. So that's just a stigma that the white community want to put for not putting out stuff with black people in it. And then when they're ashamed to their faces about, oh, maybe we were wrong, maybe we need to go and get this black money. It's like at first first they don't want the black money, but then when they see that people want stuff from black people or people of their own race, then they want to try to push forward with some stuff just to appease us. But this has to change as far as the record company, because there is a lot of talented people out here that are going by the wayside. This is A. Wesley. I am out.